Initially, today's Halloween review was going to be Ghost Rider, the Marvel movie starring Nicolas Cage, but I couldn't find anything that could watch on for streaming. So now, instead of Ghost Rider, I chose The Crow, the 1994 classic, starring Brandon Lee as Eric Draven, who was murdered a year ago on Devil's Night, alongside his fiancee Shelley Webster. And then a year later, a crow brings Eric back from the dead in order to get revenge on the criminals that killed him and Shelley. And he has some interactions with Sarah, who is like this child who was close to Shelley and Eric, and the cop played by Ernie Hudson. Um, Now I knew about I to include this in the Halloween review when I watched it in preparation for that remake we don't talk about, and now that I included it in it finally, I'm happy for it because I really still love this movie. The style of it is very impressive, like the city and like the dark, aggressive city in Detroit looks clever and well put together. I really thought like the style and the visuals and everything going on in this movie is actually pretty interesting and clever. That this is a messed up and dark city and world. And it's really it's not a place I would want to be in, but it's really interesting to watch. Um, as the villains in this are very awesome as well. The like the henchmen like Tintin or T-Bird or Skank are or Fun Boy are fun to watch of how psychotic, messed up, and horrible these people are. Whether it's like eating bullets and cigarettes, or in the flashback where they were hurting Shelly and throwing Eric out the window. And then when they die, it's kind of justice for Eric when Eric kills them, and they're fun to watch, honestly, how to see how psychotic and what they're like um outside of killing people. They're they're fun to watch, and the three main villains like Top Dollar as well as the one played by Bailing and the other played by Tony Todd are also decent because they're unlike the other psychopaths. They're more sinister and menacing, where they take it more seriously, and they want both the Crow and Eric to die. And they're decent to watch, not as much as the Psychos, henchmen, or crew, but they're decent to watch for the amount of screen time and dialogue that they have. Um, Brandon Lee is really great and is terrific in this movie. It really still really freaking sucks that he unfortunately died making this movie, as he could have been a really big star with this movie. And but he is really really good. He brings a lot of heart and energy to this character, because when he's the Crow having revenge or uh threatened uh, uh shop owners, he's fun to watch. But when he gets to be more sympathetic or get more emotional, especially when he's thinking about Shelly or talking about Shelly, with Sarah and Ernie Hudson. He's really, really good in this movie. I really love him in this role, and it's really hard to say that it's a great way to end his career because because again he could have made a career out of this, and this was the movie we all will forever remember him in this. So, but Brandon Lee, fantastic performance, easily to me. Probably my favorite superhero performance, not from Marvel or DC. He's really, really good in this movie. And the same goes with the child, Sarah, where she is this child who is really taken very seriously, and it really works. Where she has a hard time with her mother, Darla, because she's too focused on drugs and Fun Boy. And she does hang out with Ernie Hudson for a while, and when she reunites with Eric, it's kind of bittersweet since she knew him and Shelly before they were murdered. And she's really talented. I don't know what the actress has done ever since, but she really carries the film, and specifically since she's the narrator of this film too, she is really, really, really good in this as well. And Ernie Hudson's pretty good too. I really enjoy him in this role. Especially since he's like the one that has like the 30-hour moments, which last final 30 hours of Shelly that Eric would use to defeat Top Dollar, and he was a decent character. He's not as great as Eric or Shelly, but I like him enough. And there's a lot of great action in this movie. Whereas like the victims are we all seeing with of course Eric and Tintin, or when he blows up T-Bird's car. As the two big action sequences where he kills every other crew members of the villains, or the big final battle between Eric, Ernie Hudson, Sarah, and the three big baddies. It's a really great action-packed movie. I really love the action in this, and the soundtrack rocks. No pun intended. Like, the soundtrack not only fits the tone of the film perfectly, but they're very fun to listen to and it works on the scenes that the film is taking place, or the scene that the soundtrack is in. It's really, really fun to listen to, and like, it's a very unique comic book movie because this was 1994, so it was long before, before X-Men, Spider-Man, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But it's a really great experience to watch this as a superhero movie, since it's not like a big summer blockbuster kind of movie, but it's a product of its time, but it works. It really works. And that's why it's really, really good. It's stylish, it's action packed, it's well acted, it's well developed as an hour and like as a 1 minute movie. It's a really great movie. I loved it a lot, and you should do too. So that's my Halloween 2024 movie review of The Crow. Why wasn't this movie a one and done thing? We didn't need sequels or remakes.